Alistair Clarkson, notably one of the more travelled coaches in the AFL. He's just returned from Harvard and presented to the AFL Commission. He says the league was ambushed by the supplement scandal and that people like James Hird with no experience should have never been allowed to have coached in the first place. Your thoughts?
I think Alistair should be listened to. As you say, he has been travelling the world now for about 9 years to various sporting bodies on all sides of the globe. The AFL has, of more recent times, been more focused on what happens on the field than it has on what I would describe as necessary scrutiny of its own administration. So therefore, what happened with Hird, what happened with Essendon, is not so much an issue of field, it's a matter of the administration of the administration. And as we go into season 2014, the only body that has accepted no responsibility for the Essendon saga has been the AFL itself. Although I think most would agree its management of the Essendon saga was appalling, absolutely appalling, and yet no acceptance of any responsibility at all. So I think the AFL would be very silly not to listen to the suggestions of Alistair Clarkson and to give very serious consideration to what he's suggesting.
Jeff, this is the first time we've really heard another coach speak out against James Hird. In fact, as I'm sure you can remember, it's very rare for coaches to speak out against other coaches, particularly off the field. But Clarkson was quoted in this article as saying that it was wrong to assume that other senior coaches felt that Hird was treated harshly by the AFL. Does it surprise you that other coaches don't feel sympathy towards Hird?
I don't see this as an attack by Clarkson on Hird at all. I see this as an attempt by Alistair Clarkson to improve the quality of those people who are charged with the responsibility of coaching, particularly when he makes the point you've got to be accredited to coach an underage team, but you don't have to be accredited to coach an AFL team. And he has drawn that position from experiences he's observed overseas. So he is a very well internationally travelled Australian rules football coach, making comment on what he's seen overseas, which he thinks will improve the quality of the administration of the game here in Australia, and giving the AFL Commission the benefit of his travels and his advice. So I don't see it as an attack on Hird at all. I see it as a constructive contribution by Clarkson to the administration of the game per se.
Jeff, one of the other things that Clarkson touched on is he said that Andrew Demetriou, his efforts through the saga of 2013 was like treading a pathway through a minefield. He seems to think that Demetriou was ambushed by the Essendon saga. Your thoughts on that?
No, I don't agree with that. I think Andrew handled it very badly, and I think he actually, through some of the things he said and did, added to the difficulties of the time through lack of clarity and lack of consistency in the way he administered the code. And I think most would agree with that.